Welcome back to the channel, TuKarma. My name is Johnny. Please hit like and subscribe if you haven't already, guys. Excuse the do-ragger. Not a do-ragger, it's a sweatband. Besides the image look and all that, it's more for I have a fro and having that haircut yet. So you know, I can't afford it all, man. That's how bad it is. It's tough times, but no worries. It's in order. That's how activation vibration is it. It's this is sage. Today, guys, what we're gonna be doing is we're not doing the third eye chakra right now. We're not doing that. The band. What we're gonna be doing is the sacral chakra. Sacral chakra located. I think Rev Lee Wolak says it's 3 inches or 3 fingers down from the belly button. That's where your sacral chakra is. I need to breathe a couple seconds, guys. Remember, guys, I'm not perfect. I am far from perfect. I've said this before. I am learning just like you guys are. The difference is that when you've been programmed a certain type of way, it's difficult. Do I even have my mic on? No, I do not. So we are doing the chakras with Rev Lee Wolak. So let's catch up, right? Let's see what's up.
And so you can see today we're going to be talking about the sacral chakra. Okay, that's the number 2 chakra. And I'm going to give you an overall again.
So besides being a fashion statement, I'll be having some big old diamonds and a big old chain with a big old piece of moldavite, a big ass piece of moldavite. But yeah, man, so let's keep it going. And this is today we're going to be talking about is the sacred chakra. The sacred chakra, birds in me, yeah. I mean, go spray with some water. They're downstairs. We are going to go on with, but the chakras. This is number 2 chakra. This one, dude, I believe it's orange. We'll double check that. I believe it's a good orange color. I believe, but I could be wrong. But so just to recap, you know, we did the root chakra, this last one, and we stated what it blocks, how to unblock it, and what I have done and what I see. The bird here is what it helps you. How you get back into flow, how you get aligned with yourself again, and how you can unclog these. And he'll give you a breakdown, a mantra at the end. I'll be honest, I don't do the mantra. I've done it, I tried it, but it's very difficult to memorize. So there was someone who follows me, Mr. I think it's Gay Bird or something like that, I'm not sure. But he says that the only one he prays to is the Lord Jesus, and to whatever works for you, man. Whatever works for you and how you communicate. Because remember, the way you communicate with God is the way you do it. It's the way it's your communication with Him, should I say? Yeah, it doesn't matter. You don't have to go to church. In other words, you don't have to begin on your knees, crawling through the cities of whatever Rome, and you could if you want, if that's what helps you understand and stay in touch, by all means, more power to you, and knock yourself out. But you know what I mean, it's just like these monks. I don't understand why they would fucking, I guess everybody has their thing, right? Dude, these guys will just sit in like oil, burn themselves just to, I see people point, because they have to prove point, but it's their thing, it's their journey, and that's what they're badass motherfuckers. That's what they're monks, man. Yeah, man. So stop judging, honey. Stop judging, honey. That's where you have to catch yourself at. Things like that, man. Mental alchemy at work. So let's keep on.
That statement is the most important thing, because science is telling us that we are all energy. That's all we are. And if we understand that we're all energy, then we understand that we are a frequency. And whatever that frequency is that we are tends to determine our experience.
He just explains how our frequencies tends to reflect our outer world. And like I mentioned before in my last video, yes, it does. It is huge. It is big when you want to hear these frequencies. I believe, try remember, McKinsey, she post something in regards to these herds. If I get on there, I'll put it, but it's probably small writing. But check out her channel. Connor McKenzie. She's that nice too. She's so sweet. She's like, just her heart pure. She's a sweet being. She's an earth angel. That's why, like I was saying, she'll be a perfect match with the chief. But I'm not supposed to know that though. Yeah, man. So I'm sorry, dude. It's just, I guess a story should make up on her head, right? So yeah, man. Let's stay focused, Johnny. Yeah.
So let me even take that a step further. We talk about the aspect that we create what we believe. Isn't what we believe a frequency? Isn't it?
That is what I was trying to bring up. We create what we believe. So whatever aspect it is, like right now, it's where we place our attention, is where we place our energy at. And whatever it is, this is where thoughts are huge and big, because whatever you start to believe, whatever it is you start to tell yourself, or that story you're telling yourself, remember, this is where you're gonna start to your brain seeks it, it looks for it. And that's how you start painting your timeline, your story, because it depends on the story you tell yourself. And this is where these bad programs, these bad stories that we accepted as kids, which are bad programming. It's okay. I revisit my own self as I'm doing this, as I'm talking, and I understand them and I let them go. And this is where I do my transmutation of thoughts. This is where I do my mental alchemy at. So these videos are very important. I was watching somebody on one of the lives, and she goes, the children have been thinking about this. She goes, she goes, why am I so good at helping other people, but I can't help myself? And I answered her, I said, you remind me of me. And what you are is a wounded healer. And by you helping others like that, by you guiding them, you're healing yourself. And you're also helping them out. That's why it's Chiron, the wounded healer. So you heal yourself as you heal others. That's where that part came in. Now she didn't respond back. And I didn't give all that detail, but I mentioned that. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, man, but let me look like the hero, right? Oh, shit, man. It's because it's stuff that I know I should be talking about. It's just stuff that I should share. It's just stuff that I need to help out. Why do you need to? Because it's my dharma. It's a part of me. This is how I heal myself as well. Not just help others, it's healing myself as well in the process of this. As I'm growing, as I'm learning. 1% progress each and every day. I always say that. It's my motto, that's my slang. It's my catchphrase. 1% progress each and every day. All day, every day. Big Bamboo Heights. That's it reminds me of that. This, so what do you say? Like, it's a good cholo workout?
It's a cholo with creeper.
What's up?
315, what's up, boost?
A cholo workout. Oh, man, dude, yeah. Anyways, man, let's stay focused here. My apologies. Because I know I'm supposed to stay on topic here with I have Rev Lee Wolak waiting. I'm sorry, guys. Let's get back on there.
Chakras didn't come to here in the United States until the 20th century. We didn't know anything about it then. But I do know in Chinese medicine, acupuncture and finding those energy meridians, that's been around even longer than the idea of chakras. So humans have intuitively known throughout history that there are points within the body where energy is flowing, and if it's not flowing correctly, we will have a physical, emotional, spiritual, or whatever experience. What I've come to understand is that when we are in balance, that flow is going to allow us to have an experience of life greater than we could imagine.
Our thoughts create a reality. That's what he's saying. And it's very, very true. Now, this is when it comes to manifesting. I do know that it does need emotional content, meaning as in the more emotion you put in, the more you feel it, the more you feel as it's already yours. This is where quantum manifestation comes into play. As it's already yours, you get thank you. And when you thank, of course, for what you already have, because remember, the stuff is not going to make you happy. It's going to add to your happiness, but it doesn't make you happy. Because you could be waiting for it, and once you receive it, get it. It's like, this is it. It's like there's people who, best example I can give is that there's females, and I say females because, well, not anymore at least, but who want marriage and family and things like that. Maybe they still do, who knows. But they live that fantasy or think that fantasy's there of living the big wedding, the big with the horses and the fucking mariachi bands and everything, and getting married. But once you're married, it's they're not happy because they're expecting more. It's like, this is it. It's because you're expecting outer extreme things to make you happy, and that's where if you wait for that and if you get it, it's not gonna click. And this is how you still become in these toxic relationships, or you start cheating or start going out of alignment because that's what you expected and you were thinking this is gonna make me happy, and it help you make you happy, but it's not gonna make you happy. It doesn't make it. It's kind of hard to explain, so, but yeah, that part. Happiness is already within you, and this is where this whole concept of heaven on earth is at. Heaven on earth, because heaven is in you. We're the ones who create our happiness instead of searching and looking for it. Because if you keep on searching and looking for it, it's never going to come. Love something without attachment. And this is something that was a game changer for me, which was understanding that you have to understand that the things you love the most might disappear someday, meaning, God forbid, of course, death, or potentially they break up with you, they have to move cities. Kids, it's like your kid. You have to detach from your kids. You cannot always be babying them and rendering the cycles that I am breaking, seeing my family the way they are. No offense, of course, but ending. And that's where these abandonment issues come in play. And, let's stay focused, Johnny. Fucking Rev Lee, Wolak is waiting for you. 1 second, guys.
So the 7 chakras, and you'll notice the second chakra, the sacral chakra, it's orange. It is 3 inches below your belly button. Go down 3 inches, put your finger 3 inches below your belly button. That's where that chakra is. I used to think it was right where your groin was. Wrong. It's not there. That's a man wishing it.
Okay, and so the sacral chakra, what that gives, or what does that represent? It says right here, and it's pretty funny. I was actually laughing at it. It says it represents the creative and sexual energies, and I read this. Where did I read this at? Where if you have high sexual energy, then you have high healing, I guess, powers or something. I'll post it. But I'm like, dude, if that's the fucking case, then damn, man, I must I must be a fucking miracle worker here. But yeah, man. So it has to do with creativity and sexual energies. So if you're being limp or you need Viagra, not talking about like if your mojo's not there. If your mojo's not there, then it's there's something wrong with your sacral chakra, in other words, because that's where, and if your creativity as well, that's where, if you're lacking it, this is where your sacral chakra is also blocked at. So yeah.
It's associated with the emotional body, sensuality, and creativity. Its energy is characterized by flow and flexibility. I think that's really critical, is that in the creative aspect, that's sacral chakra, it's about flow of energy. And if we don't have a flow of energy, we're being blocked there. And I watched 2 people who are having an experience, and they'll be, next thing you know, they're holding hands. The next thing they're getting along, and they fell into the illusion, and it screws up their lives.
It brings up something that makes me think about when it comes to love. That despite self-love, because self-love is you, but this is love of someone of you. That's just an illusion. That is just a perception of how you think someone is seeing you. So love is really just an illusion of... See, but this is where I ask the question, then what do you feel it? Do you feel love, don't you? Yeah, that's something to meditate on, Johnny. Okay, we'll go from there.
Imbalanced attributes would be lack of or repressed creativity, sexual dysfunction, and emotional isolation. These are characteristics or attributes of imbalance in the sacral chakra.
I keep on forgetting to plug in my mic, guys, so my apologies. So if it goes up and down in volume here. But so he mentions it. Now this is where, and I'll pull it up. It represents creativity and sexual energies. The imbalance attributes would be lack of, which I mentioned, creativity, sexual dysfunction, and emotional isolation. Meaning, you just don't want, you want to be away. You're blocking your heart. You're not allowing love in when because you have to allow love in. Even if you've been heartbroken, even if it's crushing, you have to acknowledge what you learned from the situation. And be open that this is just a learning experience. This is not love. Just because this experience showed you something about love, it doesn't represent it. Because remember, all these labels and everything, it's what you want to label it as and the way you want to perceive it. And the way we perceive things, of course, is through experience. So that's why perception... Let's just keep on going, man. I don't even know. I get off topic, man. So let's just say what I say.
Traits of a balance chakra. I love this because if you know me, you're going to find that this is Lee. I'm friendly. I'm passionate. I am sexually fulfilled. I am in a good mood. I'm playful and I'm naturally flirty. I know the people that know me here say, yes, that's who I am. I'm not having a problem with my sacral chakra right now. Well, my wife might think so. I haven't been in the mood lately, but that's beside the point.